was a mixture of Andy Griffith and Jay Clay. And it wasn't just the big head of white hair that he carried with him until he went to heaven in April of '08. He had this homespun way of just putting things in perspective immediately. And I remember there was a time when I was supposed to speak to 1,200 people. And I was supposed to follow Bob Dole. And I was scared out of my mind. And I called him the night before and I said, Daddy, I am so scared. There's all these people. It's bigger than anything I've ever done. You know, I'm so scared. He said, well, Phyllis, do you know your lesson? I said, well, yeah, I know my lesson. He said, and there's supposed to be 1,200 people there? I said, yeah, 1,200. He said, well, Phyllis, if you know your lesson and there's 1,200 people there, there's bound to be at least one person who likes what you have to say. So I was remembering that story because I was really scared. It's always hard to talk to your peers, you know. Dr. Rutland, thank you, and Allison, for allowing me to give away his harvest at this homecoming. This book has been 7 years in the making, and I was smiling when I saw your book on dreams because God spoke to me in the middle of the night in 2003 about this book, as he often does when I'm in that half awake, half asleep, you know. And there's 3 reasons for this book. One was the Great Commission that God gave to Oral Roberts. Has it really happened that we've been raised up and our works are exceeding his? Has that really happened? And I thought, wouldn't it be wonderful to put together a collection of stories so that we could prove to Oral and Chancellor Roberts that yes, this has really happened. So that was the #1 reason. We did collect those stories. The Alumni office helped me so much gather the stories. Many of you in this room have stories in this book, and it's been so long ago you forgot you put them in there. We gave it to him for his 89th birthday, so he was able to see this before he went to heaven. And then the second reason was to give it to the students and the faculty and the alumni to keep the principles of seed faith alive at ORU. I found out about ORU when I was 17 years old. I found Miracle of Seed Faith in the dresser of my grandmother's bedroom. I'd never even heard of Oral Roberts. I tried it worked, I tried it again, and I was hooked. I was 17 years old. I've been planting seeds at the first of the month, every month, for the last 39 years. We had no college savings. God got me to ORU through miraculous events. My family got in the car and drove. My father had never been to Nashville. My mother had been one time. We drove all the way to Tulsa, didn't have a map, followed the signs, I-40 to Tulsa, got on Broken Arrow, ran out downtown, got on Lewis, and that's how we found ORU. So, you know, it was the Sheltons coming to the city. But it changed my life forever. And these stories, you will see, will make the hair go up on the back of your neck with how God provides. And not just through money, right? It's about time, relationships, love, whatever you need. If you plant those seeds, it will happen. I was an English major. That taught me how to think and read and write and all that. No business courses. I've done nothing but business since 1978. That Math and Society course was the only math course I had. I'm sorry, the Babylonian Egyptian numerals didn't quite prepare me. But you know what? Every day I wake up and there's something I don't know how to do. I've owned my own business for over 20 years, and God shows me exactly how to do that thing. Without fail, just like James 1:5-6, you can ask for wisdom and it happens. I'm going to close with the comments in my graduation Bible. We all have that, right? Because these comments are not just for me. They're for everybody in this room. They're for every student here today and every student that will come. Oral Roberts said, Phyllis, we're proud of you and believe in you with all our hearts. Keep planting seeds and expecting miracles. That's what he was about. And I want the seed faith to stay at ORU forever and ever, because without that there would be no Oral Roberts University and there would be no Phyllis Shelton testimony. And the third thing that I hope will happen with this book, if we are able to get it more in print, I told you this at your inauguration, Dr. Rutland, $1 of this book will always, always go to ORU. So if you want it for family and friends, you can pray with that, about that dream, beyond the dream with me. Thank you so much.
like to introduce